heading to a free camping area. It's in the Elbe State Forest, Elbe Hill State Forest.
Turn left onto 278th Avenue East. Continue for 3 miles.
Chime back in when we arrive at the camping area. Okay, it looks like we're entering the Elbe Hills State Forest. Discover Pass is required. The camping is free if you have that Discover Pass. We have another 2.6 miles to go, and we should arrive at the ORV free camping area. The correct pronunciation for this state forest is Elbe Hills State Forest. So just after you enter the state forest, you have this large parking area. And the reason I stopped, there's a sign here, Elbe Hills State Forest. And I guess we're in grizzly country. So we're gonna drive up the road, see what kind of camping we have at that ORV parking area. Well, we've arrived at the Elbe Hills OHV trail system. There's a large parking area along with a vault toilet right here at the trailhead. And as we came in, there was a sign that indicated there was a camping area. I had done a satellite recon on Google Earth, and it did appear to me that there would be camping up here. That's why I came up here. So what you know, it's raining when I come out to check this free camping area out. They do have free camping here with a Discover Pass. There was a large day use area right off that main parking area. I walked back in here. I'm standing under a pavilion right now. That sign behind me has a state limit posted on it. I'm going to show you that here in a minute, and then I'm going to walk you over to the campground. I believe this is combination day use, and they did have what appear to be some campsites off of this main loop area that's by the pavilion, but there is an actual campground. We're going to go back there here in a few minutes. So back that way is the main parking area. You can see my red truck way back in there, and this makes a loop back in here. That's the pavilion I was just standing under. But they do have posted on here, and WTF doesn't mean what you think it means. It actually means watch this four-wheeler. WTF. And they had a stay limit. Oh, there it is. I'll zoom in for you. Campers, please remember, stay limit ORV camp 7 days in a 30-day period. So there's that pavilion and the board I just showed you, and here's one of these recessed areas. This may be day use. You have picnic tables strewn all the way up through the hill. We're gonna walk through this gate, hang a left. Campground should be right around the corner. And my Google satellite recon indicated there was quite a bit of space back in there. So I'm anxious to see what this camping looks like. One of the reasons I'm doing this video is when I looked online, I didn't have any indication at all that there was an actual camping area up here. Most of the videos on this location was about the off-road vehicle use of the trailhead, but my satellite recon indicated there was an extensive amount of camping, and wouldn't you know, a brand new sign pointing you to the campground. Let's go check it out. Well, now that I recall my Google satellite recon, it did look like a fairly long road. I started to walk out here. Here's a Sunrise Trail. I guess this is one of the trails, the off-road trails here within the state forest. I'm going back to get the truck, and then we're going to check out this campground. Well, folks, this is exactly why I do these on-site recons. This is a brand new campground. Look at this. Got a couple campers in here. One looks like they may be the campground host, not sure. Several vault toilets, plenty of parking. I'll take you around the campground here in a minute. They have off-road vehicle trail right here at the campground. There's a sign out there on the forest road pointing you toward Ashford. But if you just keep coming out that road, it's a few miles down that forest road after you reach the main trailhead. That sign that points you to the campground, there is a brand new campground up here. Had no idea I'd find an actual campground. The satellite recon I had done indicated more dispersed campsites that were off the side of the road. Some of them fairly large, but if you have an actual campground, it's free with a Discover Pass. I'm not even going to try to find those other campsites. You have all the facilities here that are free with the Discover Pass and access to all the things to do here in the state forest. Let me take you in this campground, show you around. Here's something I have not seen before. It says reservations are required to camp at Elbe Hills ORV Campground. I confirmed it is a free reservation. More details at the end of the video. It looks like the pavilion's still under construction. Very large parking area. That says Group C, so they must have group camping. The vault toilets are open. There's another pavilion. Let's go check out these campsites. Folks, these campsites are definitely made for toys. Look how large that campsite is. It is humongous. That's campsite 5. I don't know what number that campsite is. The placard seems to be torn down. But it is also a very large campsite. You can get your rig level on that site. This one has a little bit more of a slope, but you should be able to get your rig level on that site. Here's site number 6. That one also has a slope to it. That's a pretty good slope. Might not be able to get your rig level on that site. Depends on what kind of rig you got. I have auto level on my fifth wheel, and it wouldn't like that last site we looked at. On the upper end, I could probably get my rig level on site 3. But it gives you nice facility they have developed here. Brand spanking new. Campsite 4 is just about the flattest site here. Nice looking site. Campsite 2, also a very nice site. You can get your rig level on that site. And the last campsite in the loop, this one right here, you can also get your rig level on that site. That's site number 1. So after I walk through all these campsites, if I had to make reservations, which apparently you do, I would reserve campsite 1. You can get your rig level. You got some privacy because your door is going to be facing the wood line there. And it is a very nice campground. And if you have toys, i.e. an off-road vehicle, wow, Washington State really put in a nice facility here. I'm going to check to verify that this is in fact a free campsite with a Discover Pass. Well folks, I just got off the phone with the Department of Natural Resources for Washington State and talked to them about getting a reservation for the Elbe. It is pronounced Elbe. Some resources online had me saying Elbe, but after I talked to the gentleman on the phone at the Department of Natural Resources, correct pronunciation is Elbe Hills ORV Campground. The campground is free with a Discover Pass. The only reason they ask that you make a reservation is so they know how many spots are available, especially on the weekends. And they're just going to take a name, and I think there was one other piece of information, maybe a license plate number, and then they'll give you the reservation if there's a space available at that new campground. So there you have it. There is cell service, T-Mobile service, and AT&T service down here at the trailhead. Up at the campground, I had no cell service on Verizon, AT&T, or T-Mobile. I can't tell you how thrilled I am to share this new free camping opportunity with you. I'll have the grid coordinates for both the trailhead and the campground in the written video description on YouTube. If you like these videos, like and subscribe, and I'll see you down the road.